Stents, we're away at Sydney this weekend. I guess how's the week been post Western United and the general health of the squad?
Yeah, it was a tough game on Saturday. It was quite hot and humid, which should be good preparation for this week because it's generally humid in Sydney. And it was a really hard-fought contest between two informed teams. So just used the early part of the week just to try and freshen up a little bit and put a bit of work and some tactical prep into the team for the game on Friday night. And the general health of the squad is excellent. So I think we've pretty much down to maybe one player on the injury list at the moment. So yeah, everyone's available.
Give us an update on Emily Condon, who missed the last game, Fiona Wirt's recovery, and Dylan Holmes as well.
Yeah, so Emily could have played last week, but given the conditions and the fact that she was suffering from a bit of an illness, we made the decision on match day just to pull her from the squad. So she's been back in full training this week and looking good. Fiona is not far away, so we're hoping that she might be available for selection next week. Is back training with the group in a modified capacity and is pretty close to being selected for this week, so we've just decided to give her an extra week to try and get herself right. And yeah, Dylan's back to full training and has put her hand up for selection, so she's one that we'll consider for the squad for this week. And if she gets through the week well, it'd be great to have someone of her experience and quality back in the side.
Our opponents this weekend not have the best record away in Sydney, haven't got a single point in the A-League since we've been. Does that play on you and the squad's mind? Do you approach this game any differently, or you just go in there to play our own game?
No, I don't think we approach it any differently. Someone made me aware of that statistic earlier in the week, so it's just one of those things that is what it is, I guess. So we know Sydney play well at home. They get good support at Leichhardt. It's a very good venue to play at as well. We're looking forward to the challenge, but we're also quietly confident because our away form this year has been excellent. So we know they'll pose a big challenge for us, and we'll have to be at our best to beat them, but we feel like our best is good enough.
I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You're going for a record this weekend.
Okay.
Could be a club record, 7 without defeat, 7 in a row undefeated. Does that play on your mind? Or I guess you can take it game by game. And how proud are you that you've put yourself into this position? I guess.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware of that. So if we do get defeated, I'll be coming back to you and having a crack at you because you put the mockers on us. But yeah, like you said, we're just taking it game by game. And football's funny. Results are difficult to get. Sometimes the games fall your way, sometimes they don't. As I've said before, we just really want to try every single week to put ourselves in a position where we give ourselves a chance to get a result. And I think we've been pretty good at that this year. So that'll be our aim again this year. And if it goes our way, fantastic. And if it doesn't, at least we'll know that we've given ourselves an opportunity to try and get the 3 points.
Just going back to Dylan is in contention to be in the squad. Just how much of a plus is it to have Dylan back? I know she's been in and around the setup of the squad, on and off the pitch the last few months, but how great would it be to have Dylan back on the pitch? Yeah,
it would be fantastic. She's one of our leaders, she's one of our most experienced players. She's great to have around the group, extremely positive, and I haven't even mentioned how good a footballer she is yet either. So, and that's been the other impressive thing about the group this year. I mean, we've had our captain and our vice captain out for the whole season so far, and we've had players step up into leadership roles and other players step up and take on significant roles in the team, and it's been a real squad effort. So I have no doubt that if selected, she'll bring some quality and some experience back to the group, but it's not to discount the hard work that everyone's been putting in their absence as well.
You mentioned the captain word there. How's Izzy going with her rehab? Is she on schedule? Have we got an update on her recovery?
Yeah, we're hopeful that Izzy will return to training very shortly. She's got a few more boxes to tick, but she's been out at training a lot more, involved with the group, still doing her own program, but she's inching closer and closer, and that'll be fantastic to have her back in and amongst the group as well and available for selection, because we know the leadership she brings and what she can offer. So yeah, hopefully that happens soon, and more headaches for me if that's the case.
And just lastly, how many times have you watched Erin's goal? I've watched it a few times this week. I didn't actually realise how good of a quality strike that was until I got home and rewatched. Unbelievable strike from Erin.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it wasn't just the strike. She picked the ball up on halfway, turned to player very easily, and just dribbled and half the length of the field and managed to hit it in and amongst 3 defenders. So she's number 1 in the league for successful dribbles. We know that she possesses that ability, and she's an excellent finisher too when she gets that right. So fantastic to see it live. I'm glad that there were a lot of people here to watch it live as well. And next time we're at home, we encourage as many people to come out and watch us as possible, because you'll see things like that happen. But she, again, has been fantastic for us, as have all of our attacking players. And yeah, I'm a little bit concerned for the players that have to come up against her, because she's a very difficult player to try and manage in a game. So yeah, she's doing really well.
Has Erin's form surprised you? Has she exceeded expectations since she's come to Adelaide United?
Certainly not my expectations. I spoke to some media and commentators on the eve of the season before we started, and I flagged Erin as one to watch based on what we'd seen on film before we signed her, and then also in pre-season. So definitely hasn't exceeded my expectations. We pretty much got what we were expecting, and I think she's got the ability to really tear the league apart in the second half of the year and be a real standout player in this competition.